and Miz is like running down, late to support his comrades. We also seen, so people are speculating that it could be Miz, which I don't know. I can't see it being Miz. I could also see it being, people are saying, that it's maybe Seth Rollins, because what happened is Retribution came out, they attacked Dominic and Rey Mysterio on Raw, and Rollins and Murphy didn't do anything. They kind of just watched and smirked as chaos was unfolding. And I don't think that has anything to do with Miz being part of Retribution. What I think that is that simply, I don't think that has anything to do with Rollins and Murphy being part of Retribution. Rather, what I think it really is, it's just Rollins and Murphy love watching Dominic and Rey Mysterio just getting their ass kicked and handed to them by Retribution. So then they may look at it, hey, I'm not involved. as long as you don't attack me, we got no problems. Remember that they are faces, that they are heels rather, and not faces. So keep that in mind as well. Really, if I were to give you my prediction as to where this is leading to, where this is going to, I just think about it, and this is still a little, this is a ways away, but it's still, within possibility here. I see it personally. Survivor Series is coming around. Yeah, I know it's November, and we're only entering September. But this is going to have to do with Survivor Series. I think it's going to be Retribution versus NXT versus WWE Locker Room. Retribution, led by Shane McMahon. We'll find out that Shane McMahon is in charge of Retribution. Why else hasn't Retribution attacked Raw Underground? And if you think about it, Raw Underground, led by Shane McMahon, whose father owns WWE, who's been, so it's like, it's like a McMahon company. And McMahon just kind of has it's not running Raw, he's running his own off-brand of Raw, and Raw Underground. So there may be some tension between him and his pops, WWE, the way Raw is being run. I just think Retribution, it will be, the leader will be unveiled as Shane McMahon versus NXT. NXT, when you think of NXT, you think of Triple H, HBK. And then, remember, you have seen reintroduced recently back on WWE TV, though sporadically, you did see the reintroduction of Stephanie McMahon. So there you go. That's how it ultimately culminates. Retribution, led by Shane McMahon. It's going to be a group that was never given a chance. Oh, you're too small. You're too tall, or you're too slow. You just don't have what it takes to be in the WWE. And guess who's their hero? Shining armor, Shane McMahon. And he's brought him up, led him under their wing, and he's gonna, if they can't get called up by WWE, well, they're just gonna get in to the WWE via the back door, via Retribution. We'll see how that ultimately plays out. We've seen the debut of Keith Lee on Monday Night Raw, going up against Randy Orton. Now, the match that Keith Lee, as a side note, had versus Karrion Kross on NXT TakeOver, and we'll speak about Karrion Kross in a little bit. It was amazing. It was a good match. Listen, a short title reign for Keith Lee. That's nothing. He was getting called up. That's why they had such a short title reign. It's because he was getting called up. But the one thing I'll tell you, now I know his trunks, they changed his gear. It's like Keith Lee is wearing a skirt. That's and it looks a little bit silly. It looks a little bit ridiculous if you just ask, my 2 cents, my opinion on the matter. But, that's just me. They then taken away his entrance music. So now his entrance music is like a generic, a generic creative player entrance theme. Now I know you're going to tell me, listen, well, the reason why, because, they don't want any problems with the music, copyright. Okay. So that's what apparently is, it's relating. It has to do something with copyright and so on and so forth. But I would have done whatever I could to make sure that Keith Lee kept his music. Now I know, listen, he's gonna wow me in the ring. He's gonna wow me. He's definitely gonna wow. He's already has wowed me in the ring. I'm a wrestling fan, and I know Keith Lee has already wowed me in the ring. He doesn't have to win me over. That's for sure. But what about the new people? And it's the majority, and the majority that do not watch NXT. How about you keep that music for the majority that does not watch that NXT? Because these guys are just checking out Keith Lee. If nothing at all, if they're not even interested in him after the first 2 weeks, at the very least, he has that entrance theme that just pops off and people want to hear it. And at the very least, until you form your final opinion of Keith Lee, you will know who Keith Lee is just by his theme. Will keep him relevant. It will get you engaged. And then people that weren't Keith Lee fans might become Keith Lee fans. Now you're saying, why am I stressing over damn entrance theme? Damn entrance theme. It's very important. I think it's very important. Especially, it just gets you that instant connection with the fans. Now I know what you do. We're not on, there's no audience. But there are people at home, and when a Keith Lee match comes on, they won't change the channel. Just my 2 cents on it. I just thought that they could have done everything to keep that music for Keith Lee. And then, at the beginning, and then maybe drop it, and then drop it 2 weeks down the road. Or a month down the road, or 2 months down the road. Once people, could honestly form an opinion on Keith Lee. But nonetheless, Keith Lee has been called up, and you see where this goes. He was given Randy Orton, kind of his first matchup on Raw, and we'll see where it goes. But entrance theme, it's important. It's important. Look at Robbie Roode. Look at Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke Nakamura. He turned heel and changed his music because all the fans were connecting with him when he was a face with his music. As a heel, he changed up his music a bit. He doesn't want people singing with him. He doesn't want people cheering. So, there are cases where the theme plays a very important part. WWE said goodbye to Renee Young. Renee Young had asked for her release, and she got her release fairly quickly, actually. And SummerSlam was her last event with the company. And she's gone and out the door on her way. Renee Young did some things. One could speculate. I mean, she's been there for quite some time. Pretty good years. And just wants to, move on. I don't think, honestly, I don't think necessarily that she is jumping to AEW. I really don't get that feeling at all. Maybe eventually, but I think she kind of maybe just wants to focus on cooking and things like that. I don't think she really is looking to jump to AEW. Maybe not now anyway. Maybe down the road. Maybe she just wants to open up the door for other opportunities. She is married to Dean Ambrose or John Moxley, but I don't think she's jumping, and I don't think she's going to be one to go on, the podcast media run to bury the WWE. I just think that she's looking to kind of spread her wings and try out new things. I think, honestly, unfortunately, I don't know. Just me speculating. I think she really got bummed out that WWE backstage kind of flopped, and it didn't work out. I watched more episodes than I didn't when it came to WWE backstage. So I was a big fan. I think maybe she got a little bit bummed that kind of WWE would give her these projects, and they were just kind of wither and die quickly. WWE backstage, you had Talking Smack, which was then up and running, then shut down. Then she was given a chance to commentate, and she did on Raw. And never really was she the best, but was she the best? No. Was she horrible? No, not either. She wasn't horrible either. That just didn't work out. I don't know, maybe she got a little too much pressure and she wanted out, or maybe she didn't even want out. Who knows? But I don't know. And this is, just speculation. Maybe that played a part. But she did pen a letter after the fact, after her SummerSlam appearance, and she thanked the WWE, which was a classy thing to do. You never want to burn bridges. You never know where you're going to be in life and what how your situation unfolds as the years go by. So you wish Renee Young the best in whatever she does. A couple of things here as we jump into the 53-minute mark. I want to keep this. An hour. Thunderdome. New innovation. It's outside. It's outside the box. Okay, it's outside the box, which I applaud WWE for being outside the box. I think that this is, it's an outside the box start. Okay. But see,
in the second lane from the left.
See what happens when you think outside the box. It's all new, and it has its kinks, and it has its stuff that needs to have its adjustments and be worked on. With that stream, I don't know. It seems to be on delay, or I don't know exactly what is going on with Thunderdome. But sometimes your WWE puts them on, and they're showing no reaction. It's like there's no reaction at all. Like they're expressionless, or they're more often than not on these Thunderdome like videos. They're off looking at something else, not even like paying attention. So it kind of falls flat with me there. And then you have things where people like when you gotta give WWE credit, because again they're thinking of something different. But they're not going to be able to continue this when people are going to try to be little Weisenheimers and put images of or curse or put images of people that WWE would not want to put on there. And some of them get through. You worry about what some of these people could be streaming. Then WWE is not looking to get fined. So they're taking a little bit of a risk here with the video streams on Thunderdome. Personally, I don't know if the WWE could pull this off. Personally,
be in the second lane from the left.
It would make sense for me to have a few people in the audience, and when I say few, 20 people, let's just say. You could have them all within the first couple rows there, socially distanced. And you could pan, make sure they're energetic and make sure they're not sitting on their hands, obviously. You need to kind of screen them. But you put in let's say 15 to 20 diehard fans in a building, in the Amway Center. You can socially distance 20 people and just focus on them, because those are your diest of the diehard fans in attendance, and you don't have to worry about live stream catastrophes happening or no reactions happening. So it's a new idea, WWE. I applaud them, but so far it feels like it's a little bit out of sync. And I think they would have benefited more from a small, actual paying crowd audience, interviewed and picked, to that degree. So I hope all is well. This has been Clean Pin. Hope to do it next time live. I should be able to. Finally was able to grab this episode out. Just my couple of thoughts on SmackDown, on Raw. Just going over the map. But again, we're going to be a little bit more buttoned up, and we're going to be more formal next time we see each other. And I hope that it will be next Wednesday. Until then, I hope all is well.